My name is Matthew Portis. I'm the founder of SolGreen Solutions, but my real job is a spin instructor, so I'm used to all these faces staring back at me, so I am not scared. And I'm not sweating, not yet. I want to talk about a problem here that is not really my problem, but it's more of a facility problem. So over 134,000 universities and facilities, government, commercial, education, they have a problem with powering over 1 billion users of smartphone devices and portable devices. And the main issue here is redesigning the outdoor infrastructure. How many of you went out for lunch today? It was 60 degrees in this late January. That's going to continue to happen. The weather's changing. The other issue that we have is commercially, there are no technologies that are being manufactured that bridge clean energy jobs along with manufacturing and technology, particularly still in clean energy. What I'm here to talk about is our Evodia solar table. The Evodia solar table is the first commercial grade outdoor solar table. What we've done is we've taken the ability to combine solar power and traditional outdoor seating, combine it into a high energy, high tech system. What we have is a table that seats up to 4 people, superior quality, built of fiberglass, steel, but that's not all it does. The most important thing about this is the intelligence sensors on it. This table will automatically shut down if it starts to rain. It'll automatically turn on once it dries up. This is going to protect users. It's going to protect those facilities, those universities, the government, military officers, whoever our customer is. It's going to protect them against liability and users from shock. We also have our 20-year manufacturing guarantee. We've contracted the best manufacturers to actually build this table. What we're looking to do is modernize outdoor social spaces. These tables provide 24 hours of 100% off-grid power. You can set these in the middle of the desert and they'll work. Produces up to 10,000 kilowatts of power per year. That's enough to power about 100 devices per day. 4 GFE, 4 USB. It's handicap accessible. You can add Wi-Fi to these. You can add a digital display. You can add software. These tables are literally redefining, reinventing the outdoors. Our market value, who are we sending these to? Education, government, commercial. All these areas have a large budget attached to purchasing solar technology. 14 billion is coming from the educational department. This is what they're spending. This is not a number that we're making up. This is what they're spending. 40 billion federal projects. Most of this money went unused. These are grants, Department of Energy, Department of Labor, you name it. The commercial sector is our newest energy area that we're breaking into. $600 million budget is what IKEA alone has, and they have to spend 100% on clean energy. They have goals to spend this money by 2020 to 2025, so we can attach early adapters of all these industries. Right now, we've got 26 tables installed at universities across the U.S. and Canada, and I want to let you know, Canada does not purchase the cheap products. They really have a high standard of quality. And when we installed it twice in Canada, Alberta, and I forget the other place, but we installed twice, Kwendolyn Polytech University. And they were just so shocked about how great our quality was for our tables. We've also gone to Florida International University, Michigan State, just to name a few. Our dollar potential. Right now, it's the only commercially manufactured table that's on the market. But to give you an idea of what the type of industry that are purchasing power is, 4.2 billion patio and outdoor furniture. We'll tap into a lot of that money. 1.6 billion shade and chat furniture. We will tap into that money. But even if we don't tap into that money and we just stick with the areas that we've already hit on, $240 million if we just hit 15% of those items we just talked about, education, government, and commercial. That's just 15% of that market. Moving down, how do we make money? I've heard it come up a couple of times. This is a model of how we introduce our money, but just to kind of give you a rundown, what we do, we don't actually build things. I'm not out welding tables together or building or painting fiberglass, but what we do is we have professionals in place that are doing that. We have a contract with Amoresco Solar, one of the largest distributors in the U.S. to distribute solar technology. They're contracted with us. They've signed NDAs. We've shared our products with them, and they're actually committed to making our product better and cheaper and more efficient. We also have our fiberglass manufacturers, which are the same ones that build fiberglass for Checkers, Rally's, Sam's Club, IKEA. So we're more than capable of producing at a nice amount here. Our go-to-market plan is basically we're going to target our early adapters. We're going to deploy our marketing strategy. We're going to grow our customer base. We have a hard-hitting marketing plan, and you all are going to be able to see our first commercial that'll be in heavy rotation starting next month. We basically employ up to 15 people per table. So that's one table employs about 15 folks when you're averaging the welding of the steel, the fiberglass, the gel coat, the powder coating, and all the wiring that goes in as far as doing the clean energy and the batteries and everything like that. Right now, we can put out about 2 solar tables per week. We're trying to get money so we can put out about 2 tables per day. And as far as that, we are looking to streamline our manufacturing, dominate the U.S. market, and move into international sales. My team is here today, fourth row. Do you know enough about me? My advisor for business development is Arthur Edge. He's the guy that keeps me making sure that I'm doing everything right. He checks the business plans, he checks the market plans. If there's a kink anywhere, he's going to find it. My creative director, he's responsible for bringing all our stuff to market. If you look at our websites and things like that, he's going to be updating everything. He's responsible for the commercial you all will see in a little bit. Annette, she is our organizer. She helps us stay on focus, stay on track, help us find new talent, and just kind of is our overall support person there. Our advisor, Jeffrey Jennings, is our newest member to the team. He was actually 30 under 30 with in the Forbes. What we're looking for, $2 million is our projected revenue. And Arthur wanted me to point this out, this is with your investment, is what we're looking at for 2017 for our projected. We're looking for $500,000 to $1 million of seed money, convertible notes backed by safe notes. $250 million is what we project with 15%. We've also got some growth opportunities for licensing, expanding technology, strategic partnerships, and that's how we're going to kind of go about and pay out our investors over time. We have some next generation technology, solar power charging systems. We're going to actually introduce a monitor here so you can actually connect to Bluetooth and watch Netflix in the middle of the desert.
How do you monitor whether it's actually shutting down when it rains?
Okay, great question. Our infrared sensor is actually a patented technology that we have integrated to. It's been tested. Basically it's a sensor that sits on top of the panel. If it starts to rain, it sends a sensor to the inverter. A lot of the software is already built in, and the inverter will actually shut the power down. The sensor that we use is actually already. It will automatically come back on at a certain time. As soon as it's dry, as soon as it senses that it's dry, and it's basically just a moisture detector. If that was your question on that, yeah.
Any risk for any spill? Anybody spill something on the table or something?
No, because it's on top of the solar panel. So unless you get on top, get a ladder and climb on top and pour it, then it'll shut off.
Anybody on the table, because you have the outlets that's on the table. Let's see.
No, there's nothing on the table. So if you spill it, it would just get you wet because the power sockets are actually already protected. Yeah. Yep.
Who owns the company? How much funding have you raised to date, and how did the team connect with one another?
I'm the founder and president of the company. I took over the company in 2014. I was original founder. The company, the advisory board, we are fully operating with an advisory board. We are growing our board of directors. Everyone really gets along great. We haven't had any issues. We had our board meeting yesterday. So we're actually in the stage where we're kind of coming together as a team to actually pull the vision together. And as far as money that we've raised, the company has made a total of $240,000 over the past 2 years. Organic growth. As far as myself, I've probably put in about a good about $80,000 myself into the company.
I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about your marketing plan. I know you showed us this commercial. Where are you planning to show that, and what else are you doing on the marketing front to get the word out?
Great. Our creative director, who's working with our marketing, has a full-scale marketing plan. We're going to start that out with 2 press releases that'll be going out the first week of February. One is going to be advertising the promoting the website. We're actually streamlining our website so we can gather more market on the online notion. We're also attending ASHI conferences and sustainable conferences, attracting the universities, but we're also starting to go into the early adapters for the government. So we're posting on a trivia, a lot of the procurement websites. We are micro small business certified, so that kind of helps us with cost and competition. And also, as far as our distribution, we're going to start in Arizona where we can offer more of a discount because that's where our base is. So we'll kind of start with that area and kind of move out a little bit more from there as well. But mostly guerrilla marketing, heavy online marketing, commercial. We're going to be advertising on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you name it. We'll be there.
So are you based in Arizona or you're based here?
We're based in Virginia.
Okay.
Yes, Alexandria.
I'd like to support the DMV companies here at Morgan Lewis. Have you guys thought about a Kickstarter at all? Sort of a clever product and a clever ad and...
You know, I did Kickstarter about 6-7 years ago, and it was just the technology has really evolved now because one of the main issues with one of the problems with our table cost around $14,000 right now. That's a cost point that they're willing to start paying. 5 years ago, it was just too expensive. So we kind of had to give big discounts, but they've caught on now. We actually got a email from UCLA. They're very interested. They haven't said they're getting it, but they've said there's nothing else that they can see that they would get other than ours, and they're basically pushing through, so, yep.
Can you talk a little bit more about your milestones this round? Where does it take you, and what will be the next round? How do you envision that?
Yes. Okay. So our milestones here, where we're looking to go to right now, we've come up with the technology, a expandable, repeatable process. Our manufacturers, basically we pay them. They sell the table. They build the tables for us. We do all the selling. We do a 40% markup on our costs. So that's how we're actually making money. So we don't actually have to worry about paying folks or anything like that. We can work from here out of our offices, out of our homes actually, put our 40% markup onto the table, put it out there, allow the revenue to come back. A lot of that revenue, what we're looking for as far as going forward is we're going to be investing in patents because the table itself, we have the one patent, but we want to add more patents because there's a lot of things that make it easier as far as connecting the table that we can start to use to grow our intellectual property. And there's also other areas with the money that we get. We're going to invest in research and development. There's a whole lot of other things that we want to invest in, such as the solar charging car chargers, expandable, things like that. But we want to fund a research and development as well, in addition to continuing to market the solar table, the Vody.
So how do investors make money?
The investors make money through our growth opportunities. So when we start to license our products, when we start to expand our proprietary technology, there'll be opportunities for you to either cash in at a higher note, or if you want to invest more money and grow with the company, because we're looking to grow globally, right? I'm not just looking to be here in a couple of shops here. I want to open up some fabrication plants, and we get calls from, I think we got called from one of the oldest universities in the UK, I don't know how many years.
Oxford?
That's it. I don't think it was Oxford. It was another one. It could have been, though.
Cambridge.
Yes, it was Cambridge. I'll just go with that. But yeah, okay. But there's opportunities for us to cash out if you get some safe notes or convertible notes, or if you want to just stay in, we'll be willing to go all the way.
So There's clearly an energy efficiency part of what you guys are doing, right? You can charge it outside and not waste the energy inside. There's also sort of like a luxury good component of it, right? It'd be nice to go out to lunch and be able to charge my phone while I'm eating at a table. Do you view your product more as a luxury good or as a energy efficiency play?
And this is important, I'm glad you asked this, it's a infrastructure. Because right now, with the changing political season, we don't know if clean energy is getting cut. We don't know if what's going to happen. But what has to happen is it has to be infrastructure. So this is an addition to an infrastructure. So what we are marketing at these as social gathering spaces, investing in social gathering spaces, bringing people together outside, plugging up. So I would say it's kind of both luxury and facility. If I had the opportunity, if I had to choose one, I would say luxury though. But definitely infrastructure. If that's enough to confuse you, right?
Great, thanks
Cool.
for you.
Thank you.